Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. Thanks for joining and watching the show today. Please like the videos, hit that thumbs up button for me. Share the videos with people as far and wide as you can. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. We are growing the community. Let me jump into a couple stories I saw over the past couple days I want to share with you because they go to the heart of consumer staple food items, in this country. One is McDonald's, and the other is Pepsi. And I want to share two stories. One was on CNN the other day. This is America's French Fry King sounds an alarm. It says, this is out of New York, CNN. Americans are revolting against McDonald's and fast food chains. That's hurting French fry suppliers like Lamb Weston. Lamb Weston, the largest producer of French fries in North America and a major supplier to fast food chains, restaurants, and grocery stores, is closing a production plant in Washington State. Says the company announced last week it would lay off nearly 400 employees, or 4% of its workforce, and temporarily cut production lines in response to slowing customer demand. Says shares of Lamb Weston have fallen 35% this year. It says the potato giant is oversupplied at a time when demand is sluggish. Restaurant prices in recent years have increased faster than grocery store prices. That's hard to believe, but think about that. We know how much grocery store prices have increased. Restaurant prices have even risen a greater amount, leading customers to pull back at fast food chains. Says this shift has taken a toll on Lamb Weston because people are less likely to cook French fries at home. Around 80% of French fries consumed in the United States come from fast food chains, according to Lamb Weston. Fast food chains like McDonald's are dangling value meals and value menus to try to lure customers back. McDonald's has launched a $5 meal, which includes, we know what it includes, a cheeseburger, et cetera, et cetera. Many of these promotional meal deals have consumers trading down. Here's the issue, trading down from a medium fry to a small fry, according to Lamb Weston CEO Thomas Warner. So I guess Americans are no longer supersizing their French fries anymore. It says McDonald's, its largest customer, accounts for 13% of Lamb Weston sales. It says, as McDonald's goes, so goes Lamb Weston. And McDonald's, it says, is struggling. Sales at U.S. restaurants open at least a year, it says, fell 0.7% last quarter from the same period a year earlier, dragged down by fewer customers visiting the chain. And it says that Lamb Weston's also highly exposed to other fast food chains. Customer traffic to fast food chains dropped 2% last quarter and 3% in the previous quarter compared to the same time last year, according to Lamb Weston. And look, it's not, from my perspective, layperson perspective, it's not that consumers are revolting against the fast food chains per se. The consumers are ticked off about how much it costs to get a cheeseburger these days. A meal that used to be a few dollars is now $9 or $10 or $11 or $12. But I think it's more the consumers just don't have the money. Yes, things are higher in price, but they just don't have the money to go buy this stuff anymore. And to go buy McDonald's every morning on the way to school with their kids and get these meals, or whatever fast food chain they used to go to several times a week. You're not going to tell me or convince me that Americans have changed their eating habits, or that now they've all of a sudden found religion and have decided to cut out the fast food from their diet. This is all about the fact that they just can't afford it anymore. Okay, so it's hitting. You can see a company like this that supplies the potatoes for the McDonald's French fries. The next story I saw was out of CNBC a couple days ago. It says PepsiCo trims revenue outlook as North American snacking key international markets lag. It says PepsiCo on Tuesday lowered its full-year outlook for organic revenue after its second straight quarter of weaker than expected sales. It says the repercussions of the Quaker Foods North America recalls Weakening demand in the U.S. and business disruptions in some international markets weighed on the company's performance in the quarter, according to the CEO, Ramon Laguarta. So listen to this. For 2024, Pepsi now expects a low single-digit rise in, they call it organic revenue, down from its prior outlook of 4%. They say low single-digit rise, down from 4%. But they don't say what they're expecting that low single-digit rise to be. The company reiterated its forecast for an increase of at least 8% for its core constant currency earnings per share. Isn't it great to use all these fancy terms? Organic revenue, core constant currency earnings. Bottom line is that Pepsi, which is widely consumed in this country and across the world, is cutting their outlook, okay? They're cutting their revenue forecast. Earnings per share was $2.31, adjusted versus $2.29. They reported third quarter net income of $2.93 billion or $2.13 per share, down from $3.9 billion or $2.24 per share from a year earlier. It says net sales fell 0.6% to $23.32 billion. Says demand for Pepsi snacks and drinks dropped this quarter. The company reported that volume for both its food and beverage divisions declined 2%. Last quarter, executives said shoppers across all income levels are changing their behavior. In particular, it says, weak demand in North America weighed on Pepsi's overall volume. Shoppers in the United States have grown more cautious, snacking less and making fewer purchases at convenience stores, according to this article. It says Mexican sales slow, which Laguarta attributed in part to a steep drop-off in volume, 13% slide. Consequences of these, they've also had a lot of recalls. It says consequences of the recalls are also now diminishing the expectations for revenue growth. Frito-Lay North America also reported a 1.5% decline in volume. That company's been trying to offer more value to consumers and improve in-store availability with its snacks. And that includes Cheetos, Sun Chips, and Stacy's Pita Chips. So again, we have a decline in these industries for a reason, guys. The decline is because people are simply no longer able to splurge on the extra bag of chips, to go to the convenience store and get a can of Pepsi or whatever it be, and to supersize the French fry at McDonald's. This is indicative of a failing economy and a failing consumer. No matter what you're being told, that everything is great, when you see stories like this, this is bread and butter stuff. Pepsi, French fries, McDonald's, Frito-Lay, all that kind of stuff, right? So again, we got to be paying attention to it. Look at alternative sources of news. Don't just take at face value what you get fed on the mainstream media. Not meant to be doom and gloom, just sharing this stuff so you guys understand, and just be aware of what's happening just a layer or two below the surface, okay? With the, let's say, Main Street again versus Wall Street. I'll leave it there today. Again, I appreciate all of you. Thanks for sharing these videos, liking them, and subscribing. I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.